Alex Ybarra, your family, your parents were migrant farm workers, correct? You grow up, you become a rocket scientist. It's quite the story. Give us the backstory, kind of what happened, and tell us a little bit about your upbringing and your life story.
Well, like you said, my parents were migrant workers. They would migrate from Texas to California to Oregon to Washington to Chicago and then make that circle every year. And I was the fourth kid to be born, and my dad got a full-time job in Quincy, Washington before I was born, so that's where I was born and have been there ever since. Went to school, went to elementary school not being able to speak English, and so got there, and the rules back then were you can't speak Spanish. If you do, you go to the principal's office. You do it two times, you get thrown out of school for 3 days, and if you do it a third time, you get thrown out of school for the entire year. Well, I was a pretty shy kid, and didn't say anything for years, and just maybe like bathroom and food and water, things like that. But by the time I got to fourth grade, I took a reading test the first day of class, and the teacher said, well, you can't read really well, so we're going to stick you in a different classroom, and they stuck me in special ed. And so I was there for, I don't even know how long it was, but maybe most of the year, and just learned to speak English and learned how to do things after a couple of years, and then got pretty good at math. And by the time I got to 8th grade, good at math, and my teacher, Mrs. Lambeck, she basically said, well, the way it kind of worked back then, it was we go to high school in 9th grade, so we could choose between lower level general math or higher level algebra. And so she asked who took what, and I said I took general math. And after class, she asked me to speak to her after class, and I did. And she said, well, you're taking general math. You're one of my better students. And I said, no, I'm not. I said, and I just basically said, my brothers and sisters took general math, and all Mexicans take general math. And I'm just not that smart. I'm special ed. I'm not smart. And she just said, yeah, you are. And I said, no, I'm not. And then she said, well, look at the grade book, Alex. You get A's on all your tests. You have to take algebra. I said, no, I can't do it. I'm going to flunk. And then Mrs. Lambeck picked up the phone. She basically called the high school and said, Alex Ybarra is going to take algebra next year. And I said, you can't do that. I'm going to flunk. And sure enough, he went to high school, aced algebra, aced all my math tests, or all my math classes, went off, got a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics from Central Washington University, and went off to rocket research and became a reliability engineer scientist, working on rocket engines for 15 years. And then decided to move back home to Quincy and became a school board member. And after that, it was like I could make a little bit of difference in kids' lives and in the school districts, and then it just kind of ballooned up after that. I'm now vice president of WASDA, Washington State School Board Association, and making a little bit bigger changes to kids' lives.
And you work for the PUD?
And I work for the PUD, so I'm an energy guy, conservation, renewable energy analyst, a little bit of hydrologist working on the Columbia River Treaty.